Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of the Fan Zone. You already know the vibe. I am your host, Loudmouth Mike. Usually alongside me, you would have my main guy, the true MMG himself, but he's not here right now, which is okay. He might stop by later on. But with that, before we get started, I'd like to give you a thankful Tuesday to all of our contributors on the sports hit list. The content, the product, it just keeps getting better, and it will continue to get better. And you know why? Because we continue to grow, we continue to glow, and we are going to take it to the next level. And that's thankful and thanks to our EP, Carl Coulange. If you haven't checked out his documentary, Master Joe, yet, you want to go in and check it out. It's one of those you don't want to miss. And with that, I'd like to welcome in our contributors, because you know the vibe on the Fan Zone. We talk sports, but we don't talk it in the sense of the X's and O's. We go emotional. We get emotional, and you get red like me. And with that, I'd like to welcome in our MBA and analyst, Ziggy Ziggs. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
How you doing? I'm just trying to bring the energy for me and Manny, because I don't got Manny, shouting me out and trying to shut me up. So I got to bring extra energy today.
At least Manny ain't talking shit for you, man. At least you ain't got to hear that today.
I appreciate that. See, at least someone's got my back. I appreciate that. And we got pointing to the outfield to let you know it's out of here, Mr. Gonzalez, Eddie Gonzalez, as we like to call him, or as I like to call him, Salsa Eddie. Eddie, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great today, man. Thanks for having me, Mike.
It's always a pleasure.
Sorry. Mikey Venom.
That's right. So, for all of our fans that don't know yet, I am Loudmouth Mike, but I now have a wrestling announcer incognito surname. And that's, if you haven't checked it out yet, quick plug, Wednesday, July 27th. Some of the things you kind of start seeing in the shows, you're going to see on the main event. One night only, a 2-hour special where you'll have debate after debate. And you'll get to decide who really cooked who in those debates. But because of my announcement of the main event, I will now be going as Mikey Venom. And I've already said to Manny that he's Manny Mongoose because I'm coming for him. And with that, I'd also like to welcome in my other two contributors that are going to be talking some hockey, but we're going to let them talk a couple of other sports too. And that is the playoff beard himself, Mr. Sparacino. Sparacino, how you doing, brother?
Hey.
Always a pleasure, always a pleasure. And then my other main guy, he has been pulling up the NHL ranks within the chats, within the product, but within the sports hit list streets. That is Carolina's own. My apologies again for what the Rangers did to you, Mr. Justin. Justin, how you doing, brother?
I am fantastic, my friends. How are y'all doing tonight?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I think we're ready to cook.
Let's go.
With, as I like to tell Manny, and I'll tell Eddie, we cooking with a little sazon right now. So with that, we got a couple of topics, and I'm going to let you guys decide which topic we go with to start off. We got the NBA Finals. We're tied 1-1. Who actually has the upper hand right now? That's one topic. We have the NHL Eastern Conference Finals. We already know what happened in the Western Conference, and if you're living under a rock, the Avalanche won. We knew they would win. Ha! Surprise. Not. But with that, what do the Rangers have to do to get the upper hand? And then our other topic is, it's a part one of a part two series. And we go down the ranks of the MLB, and we already know what Eddie is thinking about who the king of New York's are. But the way both New York teams have been playing, who are the Kings of New York, but who's got the better fan base? And we're going to start that discussion tonight. So which one do you guys want to talk about first? Don't all talk at once, I promise.
Hockey. Let's talk some hockey.
Let's talk some hockey. See, this is my guy, Eddie. I appreciate that.
Yeah, let's start off in my field here.
Let's go. We're going to start with hockey. For all of my New York Ranger fans out there, please stand up because we are still up. That was awkward, but I appreciate it. We are still up 2-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. If you're biting your tongue like I am because you want to curse out the team of the way they played to end Game 3, we got to wait and be patient. We knew they would have a bad game, but they've been playing out of their hat. And with that, Ziggs, how you feeling the Eastern Conference Finals are going so far, brother?
I mean, I paid attention to the last game. I thought we were gonna pull it out, but definitely was surprised that we ended up losing. I mean, I definitely expected a loss, but I just figured, hey, for the hell of it, we're gonna go 3-0. But we're still in the fight. I'm here to watch. I'm here to, be entertained at the same time. I'm just happy to see a New York team that's actually providing, for the city of New York, no bullshit. Just happy to see some success somewhere, somehow, because it's been a long time.
I like it. So before we get to our NHL contributors, and give that, they'll give their analysis. Eddie, you're not really one to talk hockey much, and you really don't come on to talk hockey. Maybe that's also because you're a Devils fan. But
I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there. But with that, the Devils being in the East, what do you think of these two teams that are battling it out in the Eastern Conference Finals thus far?
I didn't think it was going to be a sweep with the Rangers. I don't want to jinx the Rangers or whatnot, but they have all the energy.
And don't say a word. No.
No, they have the energy, man. They have all of the energy, and I'm going to root for the Rangers because we need in the Stanley Cup Finals. We need Mike Richter versus Patrick Waugh. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going for.
Okay.
So I'm going Rangers.
Right.
Rangers in 6.
You know what? I got to say, I appreciate you bringing in some historic goalies. It shows you have some knowledge of hockey, and I like how you throw that in there to show that you're not a one-trick pony. So I appreciate that, Ed. I appreciate that. Now, Sparacino, that playoff beard is being groomed nicely. But does that playoff beard continue? What do you think the Rangers need to do going into Game 4 to steal one in Tampa Bay?
Stay out of the penalty box.
Okay.
That's exactly what got them in trouble right around the halfway point of Game 3. And I mean, I was trying to stream the game on my phone because I was in the middle of a car ride, not driving. But my stream kept crapping out. But from what I saw, as soon as Kucherov scored their first goal, it was pretty much all Tampa. After that, they got all the momentum. Just stay out of the penalty box, please.
All right. Justin, what did you think of Game 3? And now seeing the Rangers for 9+ games after they, played the Carolina Hurricanes, what do you think the New York Rangers are doing right? And what did you think they did wrong in Game 3?
Well, first of all, I've watched the Rangers all season. I just haven't, stayed loyal to the I don't have the MSG network up in my neck of the woods here, or down in my.
I just wanted to remind you that the Rangers did play the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, okay, but anyway, Rangers. Let's. I thought that Game 1 was surprising out the gate. Which is, a welcome surprise because everybody kind of said they were going to be the tired ones. They proved that they're going to be wrong. Game 2, well played as well. Game 3, I thought they played fine. But again, as we talked about on Chirpin Chat, shout out to the boys. You got to stay out of the box. Power play has been the bane of existence for both teams. And Rangers, I think that they look like the better team, but in my opinion, I watched them, go 7 against the Canes. I thought they looked better against the Bolts. I thought they did. I saw I saw things that were just not there in the Kane series, and yeah, they just got to stay out of the box for this for tonight and get that Mo back. Play smart. I honestly wouldn't change a thing right now. I say don't chirp and chat. I'm sticking to that. Just business as usual for the Rangers, and I think that they can. Rangers in 6. I think the Bulls can get one more out of them, but yeah, the Rangers can end the Rangers can bring our first new Stanley Cup champion in 3 years or 2 years.
So I appreciate everything everybody's been saying, but I gotta be as a analyst of the sport and trying to be impartial in regards to the series, even though I'm diehard New York Ranger fan. I have them in 5. But what worries me is Tampa has those veterans that when they figure out how to make it click, it starts clicking. Look at who scored game 3. We were able to shut them down the first 2 games. Why do I think we were able to shut them down? Because of the amount of time, 9 days, right? 9 days off. The amount of time that they had off before coming back. I said it weeks ago, and we can clip it. Momentum plays a factor, but also the reason why I was worried about Pittsburgh and the reason why it went 7 games is because they have guys that have been to that spot. They have guys that have played from behind and have also played from destroying their competition. This is why they're 2-time champs.
Fair.
So that's what worries me. So this is more crucial of a game than everybody saying, well, we're already up 2-1. If we get this, it's 2-2. No, we need this game because if we get this game, I already feel that the Garden, aka the jungle, as Chris Kreider has called it, is going to be the key to them winning in 5 if they win tonight. If they don't win tonight, I see this going 7 games, and I don't know if it falls in the Rangers' hands. Because what happens is because we have these young players, that what happens is they're going to start second-guessing themselves. If they tie this series 2-2 after having all of that clout and momentum on a 2-0, they go 2-2, this young squad, as talented as they are, could start screwing up because of the fact that they are not those veterans like a Steve Stamkos. So
that's a very fair point.
That's my opinion on it. But I want to just go around before we jump to our next topic. What do the Rangers, besides the penalty box, what do you think is one key to the New York Rangers winning tonight? Or you can go the other side and be, impartial. What is one thing that the Rangers do wrong that causes them to lose tonight? Ziggs, I'll go to you first. You're on mute.
Sorry, Mike. Say that again. Repeat that for me.
So what do you think is one key element the Rangers need to do to be able to win tonight? But if you want to be impartial and not just talk the Rangers, what is one thing that the Rangers could do wrong that causes them to lose tonight?
I'm just going to be generic as hell. I'm just going to say step it up on defense.
Okay.
They give you a basketball term, right? Step it up defensively. I'm not worried too much on the offensive side of the puck, but I think we need to step it up defensively, personally.
Excellent. Okay. Eddie, you're on mute.
They have to capitalize off of the power play. Like every time they get a power play, they can't leave those goals. They have to score them. So anytime they have a power play, they have an advantage, 1-man, 2-man advantage. They got to score. You got to put this away. You can't give Tampa the thought that they have a chance. Put them away early. That's it.
Isn't it true? And Sparacino, you could kind of help me on this. Weren't they on a game streak of power play goals, and then that snapped like 1 or 2 games ago?
I think so.
It was like a 6-game streak or something like that, and then they lost it by and you anybody in the comments can correct me. I know there was a streak to the power play, but they didn't get a power play goal. Was it first game or second game? I got to go back.
I think it was second. I think it was a second
I think
game.
it was the second game.
I'm confirming this for you right now. It was the second.
Second, thank you. So Sparacino, you've heard about staying on the power play and actually converting on the power play. Defense, step it up. What do you think is key besides the penalty box?
Be better 5-on-5. Because this is just stating a fact. Tampa's shaking the rust off from that 9 days off. And I don't want to say they were definitely going to win, even if Truba didn't take 3 penalties, but I thought that there was probably higher chance than none, even if there was only 1 or 2, that they still would have walked out victorious in game 3. So, and you can tell, like I said, again, as soon as Kucherov scored even 5-on-5, it's like the Rangers were just not good from that point on the rest of the game. So, and that's been a thing for them the whole season, as you know, as I've been complaining about it the whole season. But yeah, be better 5-on-5. They'll increase their chances of winning immensely.
All right, Justin.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Mike's point because he kind of took mine, which was locked down 5-on-5. But no clean looks for Stamkos and Kucherov. You know, you got this wonderful opportunity right now. Braden Point is not in this series. Okay, if Braden Point was in this series, it would be a different topic of discussion. Okay, so take advantage of their third head of their big three mouse, their 3-headed monster. Take it. That's out of there. So take the eyes off. No clean looks, and take Vasky's eyes away too. I mean, the reason that I kind of been more on the Rangers side here than the Bolts here is because Vasilevsky does not look like the Vasilevsky of the last 2 Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, he has let some soft ones in his postseason. And you gotta take advantage of those 5-on-5. You got like you said, got to capitalize on those power plays. You had it going for you in the Carolina series. Kind of shit the bed against Pittsburgh at times, but you showed resolve. Now it's time to lock it down 5-on-5, lock down the slot when you need to, and just stop. Like, Tampa is deep, but they just because they had 9 days or whatever, they're the most tired team coming into the season too. Okay, they've been playing a lot of hockey for 3 years now. All right, so that is starting to wear on them, and it shows. Take advantage of those moments. When you got those key moments, that's when you got to strike, and then take advantage of every mistake that you can. You're not gonna take advantage of them all, but don't give up the big plays. Don't give up the big plays. And that's what I gotta say right there.
I like it. I have just one message to the New York Rangers: shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. We should not be outshot almost by double digits or by doubling our shot total each game. We can't put that.
Especially with Vasilevsky's lack of rebound control this postseason.
Especially in game 3, he left so many meatballs out there and we could not convert them. He did not look good. We could have had that game. And that's why I bite my tongue. I'll have a lot more to say if it doesn't go the right way tonight. But this isn't the only championship games going on. We know that the Colorado Avalanche are going to the Stanley Cup, but I'm talking NBA. We have the finals, the Boston Celtics, or as I like to call it, Coulange's coattails. And then you have the Golden State Warriors, or as his mama likes to call them, the Wardells. So with that, we are tied 1-1. The Celtics stole a game 1. But then we came back to reality. where they got smacked around by the Golden State Warriors. Who has the upper hand right now? Eddie, I'll go to you first.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who has the upper hand because the problem is that Golden State has a deeper team. They have deeper players like 1 through 7 or 1 through 8, right? And Jason Tatum, I almost called him Channing Tatum, but Jason Tatum is right now currently, I would say he's probably currently playing in the NBA Finals, the most inconsistent superstar. And the reason why I say that is you have no idea what you're going to get out of him. I'm going to tell you, I'm giving him love and credit by calling him a superstar, right? I'm going to give it to him. He got them there, right? But you don't know whether he's going to give you 45 or you don't know if he's going to give you a game 1 where people said he had a great game because he had 13 assists, but he shot 3 of 17. You don't do that, So you don't know what you're going to get. Now, Boston obviously has the advantage if Tatum is going to have a couple of those excellent games that he's capable of doing. But then it's all going to depend because who can equalize him? Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson can equalize him by having a great game that we don't expect either, So I don't know who has the upper hand. I'm still going to go with Golden State. I'm going to say that the veteran presence, they're deeper. I think they're a little bit deeper. I think that they're almost evenly matched, but I'm gonna give the coaching edge to Steve Kerr on this one. They're just 2 excellent teams, so I can't really say who has the upper hand. But I'm gonna lean towards Golden State because they've been here before.
Ziggs, do you agree with that, or do you have some differing opinions with what Eddie was saying?
Not necessarily. Well, I guess you could say it is different because I feel right now at this point in time, Golden State has the upper hand.
Okay.
Obviously I'm picking them because of the shellacking that they gave Boston. You saw certain plays. I saw certain plays I never seen before come on for the Boston Celtics. I'm like, who are these dudes? That's when you know the game was over in the fourth quarter. But pretty much everything went left for the Boston Celtics in the third quarter. And for me, it was a combination of a lack of defensive intensity and offensive execution. Those dudes, I believe, had like 4 field goals alone in the third quarter, while Golden State had about 10 or 11. That's a recipe for disaster. And Steph Curry got hot at the right moment, and they never looked back after that. On top of that, you had Jordan Poole continuing to grow and continue to grow in this NBA season here, and he poured out 17 points. Klay Thompson has still been a bit shaky. I know Andres gives him a lot of talk, a lot of nonsense. Eddie, I know you see it in the comments. In the chat all the time. And we got to understand this man has been out of the league for 2 years. 2 years. It's funny how we continuously forget that, and Andres wants to call him trash and garbage, but all they need from Klay Thompson is probably a light 17, 18 points. Nothing major. Something just simple just to get them by. So I'm looking forward to seeing game 3. I'm going to say that one's going to be a close one. I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm leaning towards Golden State for that one in a nail biter.
Okay. So Sparacino, I know you watch a little basketball. Have you checked out the series so far?
I have not. But
okay.
But instead of, by the way, Mike, check the group chat. Instead of giving you real analysis on the series so far, I think I'm going to say something that I think all of you are going to have a little bit of fun with. So, as you all know, it's been Deb versus Carl for this series and pretty much like the whole playoff so far. I just want to say I need the Warriors to win this series because I want Deb to go off on Carl so badly. That vlog is going to be incredible.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be incredible. I agree with you, man. And listen, all we're doing is validating Carl because he keeps continuing to say, "Oh, everybody roots against me because it's the Boston Celtics." I'm not gonna lie, I hate the Boston Celtics too. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really hoping Golden State pulls this out as well, man.
All right. All right. So,
I'm also a former Lakers fan, so I got beef with the Celtics.
Then there you go. That's a
oh
die.
wow. Okay.
I kind of once Kobe retired, I'm just like, I think I'll retire with him.
Okay. So I agree with you, Ziggs. I think Golden State definitely gets the upper hand right now because that was a shellacking, right? That was a statement game. And this is not a knock on the Celtics. They've played lights out. And when they have it going, they have it going. But I don't see where this goes, right? I think whoever wins game 3, that'll be the momentum shifter. But until then, I really don't see. I don't know, because I would have said Celtics all the way after game 1, had the momentum. Going into Golden State, stealing one. But after that shellacking, it's like, wow, like, I don't know. I think the Celtics have to come out strong. They gotta clean up their passing. They got to stay out of foul trouble. That's the other thing. They definitely got to stay out of foul trouble. I'm gonna say Celtics by 5, game 3.
I will agree with you, Celtics by 5, if the others for the Boston Celtics show up, right? Because Marcus Smart went missing, Derek White went missing. Al Horford owes me money. Al Horford owes me.
He owes everybody money. He owes everybody money.
Big money, man. I was probably about 2 lines away from snagging a nice little 3 stacks, and he really blew it for me. He played like absolute. You already know who my hands of the week are going to, so there's that. But the others have to show up for the Boston Celtics, because without them, the Golden State might take this in 5.
I think let me tell you, I think that something that's really going under the radar right now is something that was kind of like a circus. It was a circus topic the last couple of days with Draymond Green, because he decided that he wanted to be Cody Rhodes or what's his name, Damian Priest with Edge yesterday, and he decided he wanted to wrestle. What do you call him?
Grant Williams.
Yeah. So as far as it goes, he had a technical already, and they didn't give him the second technical. So,
no, that was Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown.
He pulled his pants and whatnot. But the problem is that sometimes the worst thing you could do is have a ref say, "Damn, I owe you one," right? Because now you don't get the benefit of the doubt. They don't want to throw Draymond Green out, but for their integrity, are they going to say, you know what, I'm going to have a shorter leash on him? So you don't know. It all depends on that, because I think that he was a big reason that they blew that shit open, to be honest with you, because he got physical with them. He was getting physical, and he knew they weren't tossing him. And that's what you need to do with a team like Boston, who plays great defense. Get physical with them, shock them a little bit, then kick their ass by shooting the lights out.
So as you all can see, my dynamic duo, my co-host for the Fan Zone, has decided to grace us with his presence, and that is Hoodie Manny. What's up, Manny? How you feeling, brother?
First off, why the fuck is Eddie in my freaking live right now? Why? Who invited him? Who invited this man?
I did. I gave him the keys.
The break's over, man.
First off, Ziggy, Justin, and Michael, thank you for coming on. Excuse my dumbass host over here decides to bring in Eddie. Did you not forget? This man was talking smack about the Rangers. Then all of a sudden he turns cold and starts rooting for the Rangers. And then now all of a sudden he gets on the live now, and you give him some burn first off. And then he has in his background a bum-ass overrated Babe Ruth in the background pointing to a bunch of mama huevos in the crowd.
Yeah, but we're about to talk baseball as well.
Eddie, shut up. This is my show, Eddie. Shut up. Mute this pendejo right now. Mute this mama Liema. Shut up. Jesus. Thank you so much for being out here. We greatly appreciate it. Justin, how you doing, sir? How was your day?
I'm doing great.
Diggs, this is what I was talking about. Didn't I mention this at the beginning of the show?
Absolutely. It's a different tone now.
Oh, man.
Man, took a shot at what?
We were in a nice conversation. We were doing kumbaya moments, and then all of a sudden, damn, man, he breaks down the door, and he's like, yo, who want to get hit?
Yo, first off, let me say something right now. The Celtics are losing in 5 or 6. I don't care. Also, I'm going to need you to pick up your balls, Mike, and hold them for the fact that the Rangers are winning in 5 or 6. It doesn't matter.
5. What are you talking about? My balls are in my hand. I said in 5.
First off, I was hearing some chatter, and then I got a text message saying, "Oh, Mike doesn't really believe in the team and such and such." This is
Yeah.
game
Tell
4.
that person that texts you, come
Uh-huh.
see me. Tell that person that texts you to come see me. I'll show them how loyal I am.
Yeah.
Was it you, Mama
Yeah.
Huevo Eddie? Wow. Eddie.
No.
And you getting dissed by him and you trying to be an infiltrator on him? Wow. Wow.
You a snitch.
Wow.
Anyways, all right, what are we discussing? Talk to me. Keep me
So,
catched up.
We
What
want
up?
to, you kind of gave me your answer already, but you see that they're tied 1-1 with the Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. You saw the shellac and the Celtics just got from the Golden State Warriors in game 2. Who do you think has the upper hand right now?
Right now, I say Golden State. I want to say no team has it. Why?
Okay.
Because I even said this to Carl after the post game of game 2. Boston did their job and took one game. That's all they needed was one game.
Yeah.
Now they had to defend home court, and we know how the Boston crowd can be. As much as we hate the Boston crowd and Boston in general, beautiful city, but F the people there. I don't care, Boston. I don't care about you people at all. Stay safe, though. But, like I said, if the Warriors take game 3, this is the main focal point. Shout out to Ray Jarvis from the Gray Area. He was saying that I'm more focused on game 3. And I'm like, honestly, a lot of people are saying that as well on top of that. So it's like, it makes more sense because it was a given. If you're a betting man, and all of us are, shout out to FanDuel and Rick, everybody had the Warriors winning that game 2. There was no doubt about it. And I know a bunch of people that said they didn't even bother watching game 2 because they're more focused on game 3. So I feel like the storyline is going to be who wins game 3. Whoever wins game 3, I mean, Warriors come out and win game 3, what happens? They literally just got back the game that they lost in game 1, right? Now the pressure's on the Celtics where it's like, crap, we got to win game 4. There's no doubt about it. If we lose game 3, we got to win game 4 because you can go back to Golden State and what happens? They're going to smoke them again. And then what? They come back home. So I say right now, it's all about tomorrow night at the end of the day.
Okay. So I wanna switch gears.
Yo, before you switch gears, Mike, I was just reading the comment and I just gotta shout this out. I don't know who Richard Carlo is, but
Yeah, I was about to reference that.
he said Manny is Mexican Darth Sidious.
That's my boy Carlo. He's a mama huevo too. Add him to that list. I'm gonna see him soon anyway, so he knows what's gonna happen to him. Siga la mierda, Ricardo. Siga la mierda.
Can we all bring up the fact that Manny looks like he came in like Bruno from Encanto?
Come on, don't do that. I'm gonna laugh.
I'm just saying that's what he looks like. He looks like Bruno from Encanto.
Mike, thank you so much for letting me join the stream.
Honestly, Manny looks like he had a bad day at the deli.
Now
That's what we doing.
Let's switch gears here.
Nah. You know what, Mike? How come you remind me of the guy that says you're killing me, Small? You remind me of that guy because you talk a lot of shit and you don't back it up.
You play ball like a girl.
Yo, you ever remember that movie Heavyweights?
Yeah.
Remember the one? Remember Goldberg, the kid that played Goldberg?
Yes.
That's who Eddie reminds me of. Had a beard at like the age of 5, and all of a sudden he's shaving and stuff like that. Hang on, guy. To peach fuzz. Getting tired of your crap.
Now, Manny in the chat, you know, me and him, we go back and forth. We try to figure out some topics, you know, weekly to keep it live, to go with current events in sports. And we were actually going to have a debate today on the Yankees versus the Mets. But I said, you know what, we got to do a 2-part series. So the main event, last plug for the evening, Wednesday, July 27th. You don't want to miss a 2-hour event, one night only. But a main event preview is going to be next week when we have, Manny, you tell them.
Wilson Esco, He was here before talking about boxing. Shout out to him. He's actually gonna be defending repping the Yankees. And we're gonna have, for the first time on any live show on the Sports Hit List, Michael Boogie Morrell, who has been like Eddie's favorite person in the world when it comes to LeBron.
Whatever, he's a good dude, man.
One of the biggest Met fans and the biggest Yankee hater in the world representing the Mets team. So we're gonna have both of them join us on Tuesday. So tune in for that. We will enjoy having you guys in the comments. Bring up questions and stuff because it is alive and this is the fan zone. So we interact with every single person in the chat as much as we can. So please be ready for that. Go Yankees.
So with that, I wanted to give a topic of the week. And we see that both the Yankees and the Mets are doing well. But as a preview to the main event next week, I want to ask you guys a question and I want to get your opinions. Who is the better fan base? The New York Yankee fan base or the New York Mets fan base? And I'm not going to go to Eddie, Manny, or even Ziggy first. I'm going to go to Sparacino.
Are you sure you want to know my answer?
I do, because I know you work. I know where you've worked or still work. So I'm very curious at your opinion.
Oh, Mike the plug? What's good, Mike?
Not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, in terms of actual baseball fans, I don't think I could give you an answer because I don't pay attention to that. But in terms of when the Mets specifically played the Yankees, Mets fans were the ones giving me all the problems. Yankee fans were not.
So I'm going to give you a second part to that. You said the Mets fans were giving you
don't deflect, Mike. He answered the question. Don't try to add it so he can get on your side.
Would you like me to mute you?
I dare you.
Who's more loyal, a Yankee fan or a New York Mets fan? Don't roll your eyes at me.
What? I'm not rolling my eyes.
No, I'm talking to Manny. He likes to roll his eyes when I speak.
Sorry. Well, here's the thing. I haven't seen physically or the number online of where ticket sales were throughout my years working there. But what I could tell you was when the Mets were pretty much god awful, stadium was empty. There were sometimes maximum 6,000, 7,000 people with no exaggeration.
Okay. Justin, being an out-of-stater, you follow the Yankees and the Mets and what they're doing right now, right?
I follow the fans. I follow because I got friends in both markets, and so this is the perfect conversation for me to join in because I'm gonna ask. Let's get to the question. What's the question?
The question is simple. Who do you think is the more loyal fan base, or who do you think is the better fan base, the Yankees or the Mets?
Oh my God, David, I hope you're not watching the show. I'm so sorry, bro. I love you to death.
Don't apologize.
But my God, my Mets friends are insufferable. Especially when they're losing. They are insufferable. I don't know if that's a conversation about passion. I don't know if that's just not being able to take a loss at all. But I want to come to New York next year, and I want to be okay. So I got to be careful with what I'm saying here. But oh my God, I've seen some of y'all. Yeah, I don't know. It's my Yankees friends. I don't know if that's just because they have plenty of wins behind their backs, but to fall back on. But my Mets friends, they take shit way too hard, way too often, I should say. I'm sorry. I mean it. This is a completely outside perspective. Like
I gotta reevaluate my guest list next time.
Look.
For certain
Justin, you're invited every week if you like.
All right.
regardless of what your answer was. Because if you mentioned about the Yankee fans and such, you still would be invited. I don't care.
Like when it comes to loyal though, I will say that my Yankees friends, especially ones down in Florida, I've watched them drive from South Florida all the way from the Panhandle down to Tampa. Yeah, I've seen some dedication. So from my experience, Yankees fans are loyal, and that's just my truth. That's my truth.
Okay.
That's all I can really say.
So Ziggs, my Met fan over here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm 0 for
What
2
was
so
that?
far. I'm 0 for 2 so far. Shut up. Now.
Yeah, you're looking like Beltran, strike out, not swinging.
Oh my God.
Heard you. Shout
Wow,
out to the
relax,
Cardinals.
relax,
Nah,
relax.
I'm being disrespectful, Zig. I don't care. This man deserves it for running his mouth. He thought things were gonna go his way for some reason. He thought things were gonna go his way.
So, who do you think is the better fan base or the more loyal fan base out of the Yankees and Mets?
I think the word better and loyal, they have two distinct definitions. So I can't really speak too much on the who's the better part, who's the better fan base. If you're gonna say better fan base, I think you could honestly just say that would probably be the Yankees, just off of the fact that they've won championships. If you're gonna say that, but I'm not gonna go too hard into that one. But if we're talking loyal fan base, anybody that's willing to come to shitty ass Shea Stadium and put bags on their faces with sad drawings and whatnot, and even though the stadiums weren't packed out, just because you weren't showing up doesn't mean you weren't loyal. For you to just sit through so much shit, and when I say shit, I mean like absolute green shit, because that's what the Mets have been doing prior to these couple of years. Well, we could say probably a couple of decades. I'm talking back when you had Ty Wigginton and old Mike Piazza, Mo
Benny
Vaughn.
Agbayani.
Yeah, you go. You see what I'm saying?
Butch
Young
Husky.
Jose Reyes. Who's out the pitches? Tom Glavine, Al Leiter.
Mo
Like, I used to
Vaughn,
pay
where he
attention.
was 900 pounds. Couldn't move.
And people
Wow.
were still tuning in. I'm gonna go the Mets, man. Mets are the loyal fan base. I think that's a biased pick just for the fact of the orange and blue.
Okay.
The Knicks and the Mets, we suffer together. So, I'm gonna go with the Mets, man.
Okay. Manny.
You could breathe now, Mike. You could breathe. You got one.
I like it.
First off,
That's why you're always welcome.
oh, shut up. He was gonna be invited regardless. He's the NBA
I'm gonna
aficionado
mute
first.
you and it's gonna feel so
Shut
good.
up. It's my turn now. Silence, silencio.
Okay, Bruno.
Shut up in Spanish.
Silencio Bruno.
Anyways,
This makes my
the question is stupid.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Do you understand why it's stupid?
Why is it stupid?
Because you know why it's stupid?
Tell me.
Who gives a shit about being loyal or whatever?
That's what it means to be a fan. Are you on
What?
crack?
Hold on.
What are you talking
No, 'cause
about?
you're not- let me talk. Being loyal to your team does what again? Does it put chips on the board? Does it win you championships? You root for your team, right? You stick with them, right? Through thick and thin. And they continue to lose and not win anything for you. That's what a fan is, right? I
A
have to
loyal
suffer
fan.
with my Raiders. I have to suffer with my Raiders for 35 years of my life.
Correct.
Guess what? I'm still with them.
Awesome.
Right?
So you're saying the New York Mets have a loyal fan base?
Of course.
Okay, great. Next
You know why?
question.
You know why? Hold on. You know why I say the Mets have a loyal fan base? Not the Met fans in Sports Hitless and stuff. I'm talking about friends and family that I have, that I know, that I grew up with and stuff. They've been with the Mets no matter what. They buy tickets, they go to the games, win or lose. They still keep their head up high, and the Yankees are winning 3-0 right now. Aaron Judge with a 2-run shot and Stanton with a home run. 3-0 against the Twins. You know, a team that's over 500.
And in first
Andres,
place.
that's a shot at you.
And in
I'm
first
like,
place.
yeah, man. Oh, first place. Yeah, of course. But the reason why I say the Met fans are loyal, I would say that because I know Yankee fans, including myself, that get pissed off with them because of the way they act, the way they play, and all this crap. And especially the front office. And I've said this before. When you guys got Steve Cohen, this man was willing to blow money. The fact that you let Robinson Cano go, knowing the price you're going to suffer, the money you lose by releasing him. He doesn't give a shit. Guess what? He's going to get as many guys as he wants. That's what you want. But the funny part is, Steinbrenner did the same shit. And y'all all ridicule that man, torture them, attack the Yankees, the Yankee fans, when our owner did the exact same thing that Steve Cohen's doing currently. Do you understand that? So it's very hypocritical of Met fans to be coming over here and boasting. Guess what? Congrats. You got a great owner now who cares about the fans and actually pays all this and that and buys the players or whatever. Congratulations. Buying teams can help you win championships. And that's a shot at every single person that keeps talking about built and bought. I'm tired of that shit. It's annoying. Because, and I said this to Ziggy, and Ziggy understands this. If you have an opportunity to get star players on your team and sacrifice the future to get one ring, not 5, not 4, not 3, not 6, whatever, just one ring, that's all you need. I guarantee you, Mike, if the Mets win a championship within the next 5 years, including this year, if the Mets somehow win a championship within these 5 years, you telling me you guys are not going to be elated and go crazy? Yes or no?
That's a stupid question.
I just asked you a question. Either yes or no.
Of
It's
course.
a yes or no question.
Of course.
You're
I'm
gonna
going
go
to
crazy,
be
right?
celebrating my team winning. Yes.
Exactly. So you don't care whether or not it's built or bought. If you're able to get Juan Soto or Aaron Judge, steal Aaron Judge from the Yankees, all this and that, and somehow you get a championship because of those moves, are you going to say, oh, my team wasn't built, but we bought these guys and we won? That's fair enough.
I'm going to get to that.
But I'm saying, you know why I'm going to this? Because this is in regards to the stupid fans that keep running their mouth about the Nets. Oh, you bought Kevin Durant and Kyrie and all that shit. You see where we go?
Goes back to that.
No, how you tie that in there like that?
Nah, you think I'm slick like that? Come on, Ziggy. You know better than that. You know better than that. I don't care what they say in the comments. I don't give a shit because I'm speaking truth. I'm on that. This whole notion of built and bought, I don't give a damn. All right. So yes, I'm saying this as a Yankee fan. Met fans are more loyal than Yankee fans. Okay. You can say I'm wrong. You can say I'm this bullshit Yankee fan. I'm not a real fan or whatever. For those who know me, I'm Dominican and I root for every Dominican player. I don't give a damn. And Eddie was there live when we saw Vladimir Guerrero hit a home run, not 1, 3. He hit 3, and I still had the Yankees winning. But somehow I'm a fake Yankee fan because I rooted against them for one guy. Not a team, one guy. One guy destroyed that team in that one night. And what happened the next night? I went to the next game, and he struck out 4 times. And the Yankees won. So again, what are we doing here, people? Go ahead and attack me. I'm here for the smoke. Run your mouth. Clip everything I'm saying and throw it at me at the end of the season. I'm still here. And the Mets and the Yankees, I said this yesterday in the comments. Shout out to Smoke and Mirrors. I said this in the comments yesterday. The Mets and the Yankees are playing great baseball right now. But come talk to me. Show me this in September. Show me this in October when it matters more. That's all I want. Be consistent. They're going to be dog days. Eddie has brought it up with Nestor Cortez. He's going to fall back. He's going to have a bad game or 2 starts or 3 starts. It's about how you bounce back. Correct, Eddie? Because you stated this and I attacked you about it. But I'm acknowledging it. I'm just saying. I need to see what both the Mets and the Yankees do at the end of the season. Because they can do great in the beginning, but if they fail to make the playoffs or they fail to get out of the first round, let alone the wild card, what was this all about at the end of the day? To get the fans hype and then get us miserable at the end of the season? Like the Yankees were miserable last year? Right? That's what it's about. That's it.
Man, so angry. I feel like I need to give Manny a hug half the time. Jesus. Now, with that, I'm going to...
That will be a fist to your face.
See? This is what I'm talking about.
That man chooses violence every time.
Holy
I'm a
moly.
very violent person.
Eddie.
I have a Napoleon complex. That's what happens.
Eddie, I would like your answer, sir, as you have Babe Ruth behind you.
Before I go, I need to ask for a quick request. Manny, put yourself on mute.
No.
Please put yourself on mute and do not interrupt.
Go. I'm not gonna interrupt you. Say
Okay. I was gonna see. I'm a nice guy, so I was gonna actually go and go with the simple answer and be like, oh my God, the Met fans are more loyal than the Yankee fans because, oh my God, the Yankees really haven't had an under 500 year in like 30 years, and the Mets have one every 6 years. So yeah, if you have fans come into the stadium, they got to be loyal, blah, 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 blah. But thank you to Smoke and Mirrors yesterday, okay, for having a group of Met fans attack the Yankees, okay? So let's shout out Smoke and Mirrors, okay? Here's what the Mets fans are loyal to: hating Yankee fans and hating the Yankees, okay? Exhibit A, Yankees make it to the playoffs. They play Minnesota Twins. Who they rooting for? The Twins.
Twins.
They make it to the next round. They play Cleveland Indians. Who they rooting for? Cleveland Indians. They go to the next round, play Boston. Who they rooting for? Boston. They go to the damn World Series and they play the Atlanta Braves. And who are they rooting for? The Atlanta Braves. Right? Am I wrong? A Yankee fan, under no circumstance, will ever root for a Boston Red Sox. Ever. I don't give a shit if they're playing the Dodgers. I don't care if they're playing St. Louis and St. Louis needs one more chip to go ahead and tie them in overall championships. A Yankee fan will never root for the Boston Red Sox, but a Met fan will root for an Atlanta Braves. Okay? So when it comes to loyalty on that aspect, yeah, they're very loyal to hating the Yankees. Okay? Now, I'm going to acknowledge the fact that the Yankees over the past, since my lifetime, because we've had some like who said it? I think it was Justin or Ziggy actually said it. I used to go to Shea Stadium, right? Why did I go to Shea Stadium? Because yeah, there was 2,000 people in the stadium and 1,500 of those tickets were handed away because no one wanted to go. Am I wrong? People wanted, they give them away. Then they say, oh shit, we have to sell tickets in the picnic area. Oh, let's sell them for $3. You go there for $3 for a Metro card, $3. Here you go. You can watch a Met game. Okay. The reason why I'm going to say that it's hard to say that you have loyal Yankee fans because I've been to a lot of Yankee games, and you see not really Yankee fans there. Why? Because most Yankee fans can't afford a damn ticket. They can't afford a ticket. Every single game I go to, the tickets I get are a minimum $250 a piece. $250 a piece. And we're not even sitting behind the dugout. We're sitting kind of in the outfield. Okay. Those seats by the dugouts, $500, $600. Now imagine spending $600 and Aaron Judge says, I'm going to sit out. And then they say, oh, DJ, you're out of the lineup. And you know what? I'm going to skip Garrett Cole's start. Imagine you spent that money when you saw the pitching probables and they're out. It's too expensive to be a Yankee fan right now. So yeah, I'm going to say the Met fans have more loyalty by default. Only by default. They have, don't get me wrong, they're having a good season and the fans deserve to be happy. The fans deserve to be proud because they're having I can't say nothing bad about the physical Mets. They're playing great. I even have the Mets player as their MVP. I'm the only one who said it. I said I'm going to acknowledge that Pete Alonso will be MVP. Why? Because you have to reward it. You have to reward the best player. It's just like right now, Aaron Judge is going to get screwed out of MVP because the world loves Mike Trout. You can't tell me if the season ends today, Mike Trout deserves to be MVP over Aaron Judge. But guess what? They will. They will. Okay? So who has a more loyal franchise? I'm going to say the fans. It's got to be Met fans because the Met fans have dealt with more adversity. They've dealt with worse teams, and they're still there. Yankee fans haven't really had a chance to do that because when's the last time they won the 500? I can't remember. They've been 500 like 10 years ago. I think Jeter's last year. They were 500 or one game over. When's the last time they were under 500? I don't remember. I honestly don't. So that's my answer.
So I'll make this quick. The reason why I asked this question, as Manny likes to allude, how stupid it was off of what I saw in Smoke and Mirrors last night, where they were talking. Steph actually kind of hit the light bulb when he was saying, when you're watching Met games right now, it's just more fun to watch and it's more exciting as a fan. And being there is just more exciting. Being at Citi Field, it just seems more electric, right? It seems too businesslike at Yankee Stadium. And I think that's where some of the disparity goes, because you actually bring up a great point, Eddie. If the Yankees had the same type of ticket prices like Citi Field, you would have those loyal fans behind home plate or behind, the dugout, like you have at the Mets, where they're standing up and clapping and ready to cheer anytime something good happens. But unfortunately, the only section you still have is the bleacher creatures, who I think would, if you had to put the bleacher creatures versus the 7 line with Citi Field, on size and how they travel together, I still would say the 7 line, because they actually go out to, out of state games and they come hundreds deep, right? You watch a game and you see all those orange shirts, that's the 7 line. But if it's at home, you got to give the edge to the bleacher creatures. But unfortunately, you can't have the loyal fans down below, and maybe that's what takes away that energy you feel from Citi Field to Yankee Stadium and that excitement.
Yankee Stadium is too corporate. That's what it is. All the corporations have tickets and they just give them to their employees. Whereas you have people that have been trying to take tickets. Like, eventually, when you're a baseball fan, you want to take your son to a game or your daughter to a game. You want to take them to a game to experience their first baseball game. I didn't care where I sat, and Eddie knows this. I sit anywhere. I don't care. If it's the last seat up in the upper deck nosebleed, I don't care. I get to watch the game at the end of the day. You understand that? But paying an arm and a leg just to sit somewhere on the bottom when I still have people in front blocking my view, or again, like Eddie said, I go to see Aaron Judge. What happens? He sits out. He was perfectly fine the day before, and then all of a sudden he's not playing. What does that do? I just wasted $1,500 on 2 tickets, including drinks and a soda, like soda and food on top of that.
I'm glad you guys touched on that, because of my friends I have here in the Carolinas that have moved from New York, from the greater New York area, that's a very common topic of why when the Rangers come to town to play the Canes, why you see a lot of blue shirts down in the lower bowl, because the first thing they say here is they can't believe how inexpensive it is to go to a professional sports event in North Carolina, rather it be the Carolina Panthers or the Carolina Hurricanes or even the Charlotte Hornets, compared to what they say it's like to go watch a game at Yankee Stadium. Even to go watch a Giants football game, sometimes it's I don't know. I've never been up there, but that just echoes all of the things y'all just said. Just kind of echo what I hear down here in my region about why you see a different crowd in the stands at Yankees games. It's a completely different vibe. Yeah. Like I 100% get it now. I didn't know that, so thank you for teaching me about what is the truth up there.
I can tell you this right now. Hold on. The News actually did this a couple years ago. The amount for 2 tickets at home plate at Yankee Stadium, right on the bottom. The price for 2 tickets, you can buy 2 flights round trip to Seattle, rent a hotel, rent a car, gas, food, everything, and buy those same exact seats in Seattle, and it still wouldn't even touch the price of the Yankees. Yep. Almost double or triple. That's how ridiculous it is.
It's insane.
Nuts.
So
that's nuts.
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna have more on this discussion next week. You don't want to miss the main event as we talk Yankees and Mets. As we are actually past the 8:00 hour, and the New York Rangers are coming on very soon. Manny, you know what time of the week it is. What is it?
Time of the week. Gentlemen, you've been here before. Hands of the week, hands of the year, hands of the month, hands of the hour, or even right now. Shout out in the comment section. Who are your hands of the week? Who you giving? You can come in You can give it to me. I don't care. I'll pull up. What's up? But anyways, Sparacino, talk to me. Hands of the week. Who you got?
I think I'll go with Mike Smith. I mean, Jesus, dude, getting swept in the Western Conference Final. Colorado scored a total of 22 goals in that series. Smith gave up 19 in 4 games. It's like, come on, bro. McDavid he's finally in a conference final, and then Smith pulls that performance. My hands of the week go to him. And also because he let that goal in from like 300 feet seemingly, and then tried to blame it on somebody else. Dude, that was the best goal I've ever seen from a funny standpoint.
It was like a video game. It was crazy.
That was incredible.
Justin, talk to me. Who you got?
I don't have it today. I wanted to give some good hands though. I'm new to the Sports Hitless family, so I'm gonna give these hands here to Carl. And I watched the Master Joe documentary this weekend. That was excellent watch. I watched it twice actually. That makes me excited again just to get up there with you guys and really see the area for the first time. I had no bad hands this week. I'm good. I'll let you have all that energy, man. You guys.
Next time you want, I expect some hands. I expect hands for somebody. Right. Eddie, talk to me.
Well, I initially came on expecting to give hands of the week to Mr. Boogie, right? But I'm not going to give him the hands of the week because I'm actually happy that he's going to be on next week. I'm really happy about that first time. Hands of the week is going to go to the current worst fan base in baseball, and that'll be the Anaheim Angels. The Los Angeles Angels, so whatever the hell they call it.
Los Angeles Angels.
Los Angeles, whatever. Los Angeles Angels, Anaheim. You have a generation you beyond a generational talent. You have like a
2.
one in a. Yeah, well, now I'm going to say 1. I'm going to go 1. I'm only go 1 because I'm going career-wise. This guy hasn't earned it yet, right? Mike Trout is the epitome of a baseball player. He's a role model. You don't see anything bad about him, anything at all. He gives it his all. Yeah, he gets injured, freak. I'm talking about he gets hit by a pitch or something, or he's running and he twists his ankle or something, right? He went on like a 0 for 11. He went for 0 for 11. He went for 0 for a bunch. Brought his batting average down to like 273, and they were roasting him. Don't you ever roast him because he could have left y'all a long time ago. Should have left you a long time ago because the money that he got right now, any team would have gave him a blank check. He wanted $500 million. Any team would have gave him that money. He chose to stay. He wanted to stay. Don't you ever be that disgusting and disrespectful and ungrateful because who the hell are you? You got your team sucks for you to go ahead and root for you to root against having Mike Trout. So the hands of the week, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Fans.
The fans.
Okay. Ziggy, talk to me.
Early in the show, I was going to give my hands of the week to Al Horford, but because he cost so much people money. And I'm not going to just blame him because he wasn't the only one that missed the line, but I'm going to go with Andres. Andres is talking a lot of nonsense about this Klay Thompson being overrated, and I've been quiet about it, but I think enough's enough. I don't know what you see that makes you think that he's overrated. I would like to possibly hear the numbers, but the numbers aren't the only thing. You know what I mean? The eye also tells all what's happening. I just don't understand where this land is coming from. So definitely my right hand, and my left hand is for Andres.
Oh, did you hear about that BS he was saying about Jordan Poole? A fake 18 points in game 2.
18, oh yeah, no,
how are you in the finals and you drop a fake 18 points? You take those 18 points away. Where does that go?
I've never seen. It sounds like he wants the Boston Celtics to win, and I don't know how because they just beat Miami, so it's not making any sense to me.
Ziggy, he said that this guy shot 3 for 17 and had a great game. He said, and he said Jason Tatum shot 3 for 17, but didn't have a good game because he had 13 assists. He had a great game. That was his words. Great game.
That's not a great game. That's not a great game at all.
Thank you.
It's not a great game at all.
Right.
I'm
Mike,
not.
talk to me.
My hands of the week. You know, I'm in a good mood right now, so I really don't have any hands of the week per se in a bad way, but just gonna be cheering on my Rangers, baby. They get all the clout right now. They're doing well. They got to keep it up. They got to come in strong, and got to keep the positive energy.
You pacifists are corny. Put some hands.
You know
Look,
what?
me,
Thanks, you get my hands of the week.
look,
Come see me, Stig. Come see me.
Zig, come on now. Not everybody plays stuff like Manny and chooses violence every day.
It's exhausting.
The world
It's exhausting.
needs people like me. The world needs people like me. Okay.
All right, Manny, what do we got? Who are your hands?
My hands of the week go to all these shootings that are still continuing to happen.
Oh yeah.
Literally every day I'm getting a tweet about shootings in a different state, in a different city. What the hell is going on here? I'm getting sick and tired of it. If I have to hear that somebody else got shot just because they were crossing the street, or a kid got killed, or somebody in the sports hit list, you know, family or not, friend or not, one of you guys just going to the grocery store or doing what you do on a normal daily basis. It's I'm getting more irate with it. And it gets to the point like, what else can we do? Write a letter to the local politician? He's not gonna do nothing about it. Why? Because he's not gonna get it. It's gonna go to somebody else. And then it goes up to the chain and all that stuff. There's probably thousands of letters that go to these politicians and nothing is being read and nothing is being done. That's all I'm gonna say politically wise, because I hate politicians in general. That's just me. You can educate me, I'm here for it. Educate me in everything politics, by all means. I still don't care about them. Now, this past Friday, shout out to Justin for bringing it up. I want to give a hand to the hostess. Shout out to Deborah Voltaire Coulange, who did an amazing job hosting that event. Shout out to Master Joe, and shout out to Carl Coulange. One thing I noticed in this sports hit list, Carl works his ass off. He says media never sleeps. He's constantly in the text messages. He's always looking for ideas. He's always throwing alleys. He's always trying to get everybody an opportunity to pull up to the live, create a show, and all that stuff. So I tip my hat, my hood, whatever, to Carl for an amazing documentary. And shout out to Master Joe for giving that opportunity to Carl. There's more documentaries coming up. The Polius brothers are getting their own. And I believe he has another one, a gentleman that's a realtor.
Chris.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. And there's going to be plenty of more. But one more hands of the week, I would say. That's the good part. The Yes Network. Get Carlos Beltran off the freaking commentary. I hate that shit. The color commentary. This man should be a manager.
Hit
At
the
the end of the
SAT
day.
button, bro.
Put him as a manager. Put him back in baseball. Put him on the team. You can tell just based off what he's saying. He's trying his best. I give him that. He's trying his best to be a color commentator. But you understand, basically, if you watch him talk, it's basically showing that he wants to be out there. He wants to be in the dugout. MLB needs to give him a shot. And I'm pissed off that they still scapegoat. They used him as a scapegoat. I don't care about the Astros cheating, whatever. I don't give a damn. It happened. It passed. Ja. Give this man an opportunity. Because I'm tired of seeing him in the booth. Put him on the field. Shit, put him in the staff. We just lost 2 coaches right now in the Phillies and the Angels. Hopefully they get a run around and stuff like that. Throw him in there because Phil Nevin is now the coach. Wasn't he the third base coach for the Yankees last year? And he sent Judge stupidly to home plate, not knowing his speed. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Eddie, if anything. But Carlos Beltran needs to be either a manager or an assistant coach or something. He needs to be on the team. Not as a player, but as a coach. Because that man deserves a spot. I don't give a damn what it was. Because when it happened, he was a player. He wasn't a coach. He was a player. And you stole his opportunity to be the Mets manager. That's it. That's all I have. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, I won't do a rundown of the shows tonight because the Rangers are about to go on, and you're not going to want to miss 1 minute of that. Game 3 will be starting in 2 minutes. Let's go, Rangers. Let's win. Let's
Yes, sir.
Let's go. And we have breaking news. Strome is out for the New York Rangers. We'll see how that affects them as we go.
Next man up. Next man up. That's it.
We'll see you all next Tuesday.